Sam Raimi is back with what feels like a hilariously twisted version of Castaway. Welcome to Bite Size Bunny, my name's Tony, and today we are going to be talking about Send Help. In Send Help, we follow Linda, a hardworking employee who screwed out of a promotion that she was promised after the company she's been working at for years has a change in management. But when Linda's tasked with traveling across the world to help secure an important deal for the company with her new douchebag of a boss, things take a turn for the worse when the plane suddenly crashes, leaving them stranded on a deserted island. Thankfully for the shithead boss, Linda is a survival TV series fanatic and has developed a ton of survival skills over the years in hopes of one day getting to be on the TV show. Unfortunately for Linda, she's stuck with her shithead boss. The script for this film is slick. Yes, it's got the violence and gross out factor you kind of come to expect with Sam Raimi movies, but the script is surprisingly more clever than I was expecting. As the narrative continued to unfold, I found it consistently subverting my expectations in such a satisfying way that I was left in my seat excited and fascinated to see where everything was going. But not necessarily because of the story itself. The story is fairly straightforward. If you've seen any island survival films, you kind of can get a gist for what the broad strokes are going to be here. It was the characters that made this experience so refreshing and made this film stand out from the plethora of other survival films out there. Both of our lead actors deliver excellent performances that feel so wildly different from anything they've given us in their filmography before, and they really get to show off their range here. Rachel McAdams especially shines here as Linda. She basically gets to play three different characters here. There was who she was before the island, who she was when she initially landed on the island, and then who she is by the end of this film when she is so freaking ruthless. At the beginning of the film, Dylan O'Brien's character is clearly the monster here, but by the end of the film, we get to watch Rachel McAdams' character occasionally dip into being a monster as well to deal with her new boss, and it is immensely satisfying to watch. Dylan O'Brien is fantastic in this film as Bradley. He plays this character really well and serves as a perfect counterpart to Rachel McAdams as Linda. He brings layers to his character Bradley that makes this character significantly more interesting to watch. Because he's not just an evil boss that's pure evil. There are moments where you actually feel a glimmer of hope that he is growing and changing and learning to be better. You are right there alongside Linda, rooting for him to change. And you're just wanting to give him a chance to prove that he can be better. He's not a total lost cause. But then he goes and does some out-of-pocket bullshit that immediately reminds you of the type of character we're dealing with here. They could easily have fallen into the trap of making him feel like this cartoonish, mustache-twirling villain, but they managed to avoid that trope altogether. Overall, I had a great time with this film. It's a simple premise that feels familiar, but the top-notch performances from our two leads mixed with Sam Raimi's signature direction really elevates this experience as a whole. I'm going to be giving Send Help an 8.5 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Like, subscribe, and all that YouTube stuff. And what is your favorite Sam Raimi movie? I'd love to know.